Been a while, hasn't it? Yeah, so I haven't filmed a haul video in a while. And that's not good because that means things have been piling up. And now I need to finally go through them so I can put them away and, do whatever I gotta do with them. So yeah, I have another leaning tower standing next to me, so I have to be very careful not to move too far to my right. Otherwise, we're gonna have a bit of a problem. So if you hear a loud crash followed by a sudden jump cut, it means that everything fell over. Either that or a meteor dropped on my house. I don't know. Anyway, so I got a lot of movies, a lot of tapes, a lot of VHS, DVDs, and Blu-rays from various places. And I got a lot of toys too. So why don't we start with the toys? Oh boy, let me grab this carefully. Oh my god. Okay. So I'm going to include this. It's a Bullet Bill from Super Mario Brothers. I won this out of a claw machine at Walmart. And of course, once again, I wasn't filming it. For those of you who watched the previous video, yeah. Seems to be a thing lately. Every time I play a claw machine, I must film it from now on. But yeah, it was a pretty hefty win too. I think I've won these before out of claw machines too, because I'm pretty sure I had one of these previously. But yeah, it's a Bullet Bill from Super Mario Brothers. All right, go over there. So today's video is going to be filled with a little bit of sadness because, well, a couple of places that I got some stuff from are no longer around or will be closing soon. One of which. For those of you who remember, a couple of years ago, I did a video going to a place here in South Florida called the Festival Marketplace, or the Festival Flea Market, as it was once called. Apparently, it's shutting down. Yeah. And a lot of the vendors are leaving, and the antique store that was there is going to be moving, and they've been having big sales and everything. So I decided to swing by and pick up a couple things. I don't know if I showed this already, though. But I swung by that booth. I think I showed the booth. It was a big booth full of plush toys. And I was just there looking, and I saw this. It's Secret Squirrel, one of my favorite Hanna-Barbera characters. I didn't know they had a plush of him. But apparently this is from the Warner Brothers Studio store. Wow. That goes way back. That means this guy's pretty old. Yeah, they had a bunch of Hanna-Barbera plushes. So I went there, and then I went again recently, and I checked again. I dug a little deeper, and they had Morocco Mole from also. I don't think anybody cares about this but me, but yeah, there they are. Had to get his sidekick and reunite them. But yeah, these are kind of nice. They're beanbag plushes. There's I don't know if you can hear that, but there's beanbags in there. They're very well done too. They had some other Hanna-Barbera characters, but I think these are the only two I was really interested in because I like Secret Squirrel. I really wish they did a Secret Squirrel reboot in the style of that one from the 90s, but whatever. Guess we can't have everything. All right, so the next couple items, let's go with this. So I got some Pokemon figures. They finally made a figure of one of my favorite Pokemon, Bisharp. Wow, I didn't think anybody cared about this Pokemon but me, but yeah, this is fairly new too, so that's kind of neat. They also have these guys, but who cares? It's Bisharp. My boy Rusty, come back to me. I'm so happy about this, you don't even know. There he is. And he has an action feature too. It comes with a stand, very nice. So yeah, he gives, he's like, come and get it. Or he hugs you and then impales you upon his blade chest. I love Rusty. And also they had Poniard, the pre-evolution. So that's kind of nice. It's cool when I get to see like a favorite Pokemon of mine that's not very popular actually get merchandise. There he is. There we go. There's Rusty, and then there's son of Rusty. I guess here, give your son a hug. It doesn't hurt him because he's also a metal blade creature. Yeah, it's really nice. I don't think he'll stand up very well. It's okay. Stand next to your dad. Move these out of the way. In fact, put these down here because we got a lot of other stuff to show. All right, I'm gonna have Rusty kind of hang out back here and observe. with his boy Rusty Jr. There you go. Hey, look at that. He's standing there. All right. So next couple of things I got were from Five Below. Five Below is that store where things that can't be sold anywhere else goes to be sold for $5, and then maybe people will buy them. I saw these, and I thought they were really cool. They did Looney Tunes metal figs. Yeah, I didn't know they were doing these. Unfortunately, there's only a couple of them, but I got Bugs and Daffy. I think they're really cool. I don't really care about Sylvester, maybe Taz, but no. I wish the line was a little bit bigger. There's only these 4. Oh, well, whatever. They're very nice. Look at that, dynamic poses, got that glossy finish. I've said many times that I do love the metal figs, but they don't really seem to catch on. You always find them in the discount aisle, or at Five Below, or at Ollie's, one of those places. It's a shame. I thought they were pretty cool. All right, so next things that I found at Five Below, I found these recently, actually. Beetlejuice cartoon vinyl figures of Beetlejuice and Lydia. I had no idea that these existed. For $5, I guess they're not that bad either. So yeah, it's just any other character. Nope, no other characters. No Jacques the Skeleton, or Ginger the tap dancing spider, or who was some other guy? The monster down the street, Lydia's parents or her friends. No, these are really nice, and they're very well sculpted too. Look at Lydia. Very cool. Beetlejuice is looking a little more pink than I remember him, but maybe I'm just remembering it wrong. But yeah, those are kind of nice. I like those. Next up, Motu Masterverse. Haven't had one of these in a while. It's Battle Armor He-Man. There he is. Bought at the discount rack at Walmart for $17. Not as good of a discount as we've seen previously at places like Ross, but yeah, didn't have them. It is the variant He-Man with the battle armor. He's got a beard too, so that's kind of nice. Little schmutz on the packaging. I don't know if I just now noticed that little schmutz. Don't know what that is. I'm going to clean that with gloves later. All right, so next up, I have finally got the other 2 Legend of Vox Machina figures, as Keyleth and Percy. The only other 2 they made. So yeah, they only made 4 of the cast members. There's these 2, and then there's Vex and Vax. Don't know. I'm hoping they release Grog, and if they release Scanlan and Pike, they better come as a 2-pack, because I'm not paying full price for a gnome. Who would do such a thing? But yeah, they're really cool. Very good figures from McFarlane Toys, unlike the official Dungeons & Dragons figures, which were done by Hasbro. I guess that's just because they're kind of separate from D&D. They're their own thing, which as well they should be, considering how copyright crazy D&D has been lately. But yeah, so I got those 2. Keeping with the theme, I also got the remaining 2 characters from Dungeons & Dragons Honor Among Thieves on the clearance rack at GameStop. Yeah, $18 out of... How much were these originally? It does not say on the thing. I think these were like $30 each, which is a little bit steep, which is probably why nobody bought them, despite the movie being pretty good. So this means I watched the movie now, right? Right? Well, what's interesting now is I now have so many D&D figures. I mentioned a while ago that I would like make a display of like all the D&D figures, because I got the 4 Vox Machina figures. I have all the Honor Among Thieves figures. I have all the animated series figures, and I have more because apparently there was other stuff. So I found this at Ollie's for $10. It's Drizzt from The Legend of Drizzt. I don't know anything about this character, but it's more of the Hasbro figures that D&D put out for a while alongside the Honor Among Thieves figures. I guess this is like a standalone character. I do like D&D, and I've played it, even though I haven't played it in a while. I'm not familiar with like famous characters from the series, so I don't know who this guy is. He's clearly a drow or a dark elf rogue, guessing. There's a QR code. It's sideways. Maybe there's information about him on there. Yeah, this was the only one they had of him. I know they also make they did a re-release of the advanced Dungeons and Dragons figures, the ones that were from the 80s in this style. So maybe I should try and get a hold of those. I could probably find them cheap. Maybe they'll show up at Ollie's alongside this owl bear and this other owl bear. Two different owl bears. $10, which is actually a really good deal for something this big. This box is heavy. And look at these. These look like chunky boys. Look at them. They did a bunch of monsters, but I don't know which ones they released because I wasn't really paying attention at the time. But yeah, it looked like a really cool figure. I like how we have a display on the back. I've griped about this before, but I hate it now that toys do not typically have like what else is available in the line on the back of the package as they always have. I don't know why we've moved away from that. It kind of infuriates me because otherwise I got to like research it myself aside from, being there and they could just tell me outright by putting it on the freaking box. Again, I don't know why it's been like that, but it's just kind of a pet peeve of mine. But yeah, man, could add these to display. I don't know when I will do that or where I will do that because I have limited space in my place. Maybe I should get rid of some of the other hundreds of things I have lying around here. All right, so let me move some stuff around here. Oh, boy. All right, how about we look at some DVDs? These are, I don't remember where I got a lot of these from. Some of them I do, actually. Let me reorganize them accordingly. All right, so let's look at some DVDs. I got the Looney Bugs Bunny movie. This is one of the, excuse me. This is one of the animated, quote-unquote animated films that Warner Brothers did for Looney Tunes a while ago. It's basically just showing, excuse me, oh man. I think these have some dust on them. Well, actually, excuse me one second. I'm going to go get some water. Okay, I'm back. Oof. Yes, I believe there's a lot of dust accumulating on these. That's how long they've been sitting here. Anyway, the Looney Bugs Bunny movie. So these were movies that, quote-unquote movie, they were like TV movies, or I think they were released in theaters too. But they were just kind of like re-showings of classic Looney Tunes cartoons with like a original wraparound segment. I have a couple of these. In fact, I think I have another one I'm going to show in a little bit. But yeah, they were okay, I guess. I liked Daffy Duck's Quackbusters because it was kind of weird. I have the DVD of that over on the shelf. But yeah, I bought these for the reason why is because of the upcoming The Day the Earth Blew Up movie, the first animated Looney Tunes movie to be released in theaters. Even though I believe these were released in theaters. Oh, God, I'm dying. Anyway, let's move on so I can regain my oxygen. Okay, so these next DVDs I got from a thrift store. Muppets from Space, the one about Gonzo. Yeah, I don't have this one. I don't even think I've seen this one, actually, which is weird because I like Gonzo. Yeah, another Muppet movie. I have some of these. I'm trying to get them all on physical format, even though I'm pretty sure you can watch them all on Disney Plus right now. But you never know. I've heard this is very middle of the roads Muppet movie. If you want good Muppet movies, The Muppet Movie or Great Muppet Caper seem to be the top ones. The Christmas Carol one seems to be very popular as well, mostly because of Michael Caine's performance. But yeah. Yeah, there it is, Muppet movie, the Muppet Space movie. So I also found a bunch of horror DVDs, and I do love finding stuff like that. Double feature, Morons from Outer Space and Alien from LA. I don't know anything about either of these movies. $3 from Big Lots originally. I think I got this for $1, still sealed from... it was probably Salvation Army. I'm not entirely sure. But how can you go wrong with a title called Morons from Outer Space? And you got some fun facts right there. There you go. Feel free to read those on your own time. I won't do it because we got a lot to get through. And I also found another horror compilation. 4 horror movies. Night Train to Terror, Snow Beast, The Devil's Nightmare, and Moon of the Wolf. Ooh, don't know anything about any of these movies. They appear to be from the 70s, I think. And, 70s horror is usually very hit or very miss. Considering this is a compilation, I'm guessing that they're not going to be hits. All right. Okay, this next stack of Blu-rays I got from another thrift store. I got The Grinch, the Illumination Grinch, which was okay. Adaptations of The Grinch have been fine outside of the original. The original is always going to be the best, but at least it was okay, honestly. Third favorite of the 3 Grinch movies, I guess. Here's the original, actually. I totally forgot I had that, too. On Blu-ray, very nice. So there you go. Not much to say about that. Just in time for Christmas and Christmas Vacation. I love this movie. This movie's definitely a Christmas tradition in this household, along with the He-Man She-Ra Christmas special. It's very funny. Love that one. And going a little bit backwards to Halloween, we have The Haunted World of El Super Beasto, the animated film done by Rob Zombie. This movie's not very good, from what I remember, despite the animation and the character design being really good. But yeah, I don't think it's very good, but hey, it's on Blu-ray, so we can see clearly how not good it is. And then I have Hocus Pocus, another movie that I've still yet to see, but one people really like, so I don't know, one day, maybe. There's a lot of movies in the world, guys. It's hard for me to keep track. Okay, so let me move this stack aside, and we'll look at this stack. This next stack is from my birthday haul, which was back in August. I posted about this on Twitter, I believe, but I'll show them off here. I got the Samurai Jack Complete Series on Blu-ray. Big old fat stack. It's got all 5 seasons, that's the newer one, the final season. Really big fat set. I wish it wasn't so fat, but there you go. I got, why not? I got the double feature of the CGI He-Man and the Masters of the Universe and the first 3 seasons of She-Ra. I've not seen past season 1 of She-Ra. And I think there's more seasons too, but for some reason they only released the first 3. So there's those. I got those in case I ever decide to review them on the main channel, but I should maybe worry about reviewing the other stuff I'm planning to review. Green Lantern, the animated series, very underrated show. Extremely underrated, although I think it was very well received at its time, but most people seem to have forgotten about it by now, which is a shame, because like I said, it's really good. Blu-ray, I have it on DVD, but that's a Blu-ray upgrade. And something I did not have, Batman Beyond. I did not have this on Blu-ray. I have Batman the Animated Series on Blu-ray, as well as do I have Superman the Animated? I don't remember, but yeah, the point is Batman Beyond, very great show. Love it. All right, so now this next set of Blu-rays and DVDs. Let me okay. So here's where more sadness comes in, because this next stack I bought at Big Lots. Big Lots has closed down most, if not all, of its stores here in South Florida, and had a big sale. And I bought some other stuff for like the house, but they've had DVDs and stuff before, so I decided to pick up a couple that looked interesting, and they were super cheap. I got season 2 of Futurama. I have 1 volume of Futurama, but I don't remember which one it is. I see it on the shelf over there. I can't see what it is though. But yeah, they had this originally $7.99. I think it was half off, if I remember correctly. So yeah, there it is. The box sets are very nice to look at, by the way, for Futurama. I love the artwork and the composition. Very nice. I am an aficionado of such things. For, I think, less than $1, I got Spark, a Space Tale. This is, I remember when this movie came out. I think it's one of those silly CGI movies that nobody remembers. But, yeah, they actually released this in theaters, I think. Who was in this movie? Jace Norman, don't know. Jessica Biel was in this. Susan Sarandon, Patrick Stewart, and Hilary Swank were in this. What are you talking about? Oh, my God. I want to believe that's Patrick Stewart. That's Patrick Stewart's character right there. Please tell me. Otherwise, I don't know anything else about this. So, Next up, we have a nice stack of Blu-rays here. Let me start with the live-action movies. Another movie I've never seen, Seven. I know the twist of it, but I've never actually watched the movie. Brad Pitt and Morgan Freeman. Very good movie from what I understand. And The House with the Clock in Its Walls, which was a movie with Jack Black. There he is, looking very Jack Black. I don't know if this movie was any good, but I have it now. One day I'll watch it. Now we have the animated stuff. I bought this for some reason. Monsters University, probably one of my least liked Pixar movies. I hate to say this, I'm not a big fan of Monsters, Inc. in the first place, but this one, it's a prequel movie. You know how those usually go. So yeah, there's that. I did, however, get this. Superman vs. the Elite. One of, if not the best Superman movies. I think a lot of people agree with that. It's one of the animated DC films that was coming out throughout like the 2000s and 2010s. But yeah, this movie is very good. If you've not seen it, you should. I had it on DVD. I bought it on Blu-ray. So now I upgraded. Then I bought a whole bunch of like foreign animated films. I don't know much about any of these, but I just picked them up because they were cheap. Long Way North. Don't know much about this one. Russian. It's Russian, I think. It says Russian in the synopsis, so maybe it's a Russian film. I don't know. Don't know anything about it. Feel free to inform me in the comments about the next ones as well. Napping Princess. Is this an anime? I don't know anything about this. Usually these anime films that are like this are usually very good. Sometimes they get released in theaters here, but sometimes not. And The Wonder... something. The Wonderland? Just like Alice in Wonderland? Why is there a flamingo there? Oh yeah, she played croquet with flamingos. I don't know. I don't know anything about this. Is this an anime also? Is this from another country? I can't tell. These look very identical to me, I'm going to be honest. Obviously they're not, but, you know, just from judging the book by its cover, you know. All right, well, that is it for the DVDs and Blu-rays. I have a big stack of tapes. I might have to jump cut again just to move some stuff, so you know what? I'll be right back. Much better. We got space now. Room for activities. So, I have a couple of stacks of tapes here. Let's start with the live-action ones. So, if you remember when I went to UltraCon, I got this. Ghostbusters on VHS. I've been wanting to get one of these for the longest time. This is actually I checked on the bottom. This is a 1994 release, so it's not like the original release. I know I had a Ghostbusters tape growing up. It did not have the cover though. It had like a plastic cover, which I think my dad bought it as a bootleg. I'm not entirely sure. It had the proper stickers on it and everything, but I don't know. It didn't have the cover. It's kind of weird. I don't know what happened to it. Probably got lost when we moved. So next, I have this, which I got from a thrift store. Star Trek Generations. The underwhelming crossover of Star Trek, the original series, and Star Trek The Next Generation. Yeah, this was very overhyped, but apparently it wasn't really that great. But I found it. Why not? I have Star Trek tapes. Might as well have that one too. So this next set of tapes I got at a yard sale that was happening pretty close to where I live. And the guy who was selling them was trying to hard sell me on these tapes as being expensive. They're not. Don't ever buy from someone who assumes that VHS tapes are worth anything, aside from maybe the 5 that actually are. So anyway, but the good news is there's actually some horror tapes in here, but we'll look at this first. Fast Times at Ridgemont High. I love that face. I've actually never seen this movie either. I hear it's very funny, and a lot of people really like it. Maybe I'll watch it one day. And Cheech and Chong's next movie. I do love Cheech and Chong, and I love their movies. They're very funny. But this is the only one of theirs I have. The cover is kind of coming undone, so let's put that down so it doesn't break. Very good condition these tapes are in, by the way. Whoever had them previously was taking very good care of them, and now I will do the same. All right, so now I have some horror tapes, which I very rarely find in the wild. And usually these hold a little bit of value, mostly for collectors. I don't know much about this one, I don't think. Forsaken? Terrifying, the sexiest vampire movie since The Lost Boys. Until Twilight came along and took that title away. So it's a vampire movie. This isn't a porn, is it? It's not porno, is it? I don't know. I haven't heard of this movie, I don't think. Is anybody in it that I don't recognize anybody. Hard driving, adrenaline pumping thriller in the infectious tradition of The Lost Boys and John Carpenter's Vampires. The Forsaken will scare the daylights out of you right there. Well, it says it on the box, so it must be true. Again, I don't know much about it. I don't think I know... Oh, yeah, I do actually know about this one. Although I haven't seen this one. Amityville 2, The Possession. I've seen the first Amityville. I've not seen the sequel. It's weird that they based a horror movie off of a real-life story. Because the Amityville Horror was like a murder. And they made a movie about it, and then they got all paranormal with it. And then they made a sequel. As if it happened twice. Or maybe it did happen twice. Maybe I don't know enough about the situation, but I don't know. There you go. There's Amityville 2. And The Exorcist, which I actually already have a copy of The Exorcist. I have like the 75th Warner Brothers anniversary copy. I got at the swap shop a while ago. I showed that off. But here's another copy of it. I do like The Exorcist. Very, very good horror movie. Unfortunately, Halloween has passed. And the final thing I got from that yard sale was this. Rocky 1 through 4 in a nice box set. Look at that. That is a sweet, sweet set of Rocky movies. There they are right there. That's so cool. I have to sit down and binge the Rocky movies one day. As an Italian, I feel like I'm obligated for that. All right, so I got some clamshell VHS tapes here. Speaking of which, here's more of those Looney Tunes movies. 1001 Rabbit Tales and the Bugs Bunny Roadrunner movie. Basically the same as the Bugs Bunny movie. Just, they showed old... They showed, Looney Tunes shows, shorts with like a original wraparound segment, and yeah, that's all it really was. And then I have Wacko's Wish, Animaniacs. I love this movie. This is not a Christmas movie, but it's fun to watch around Christmas time because it's got, that winter feel to it. The one and only Animaniacs movie. Can you imagine that? As popular as Animaniacs is, they only had one movie. Very good, though. If you've not seen it, recommend it. All right, so this last stack here is quite big, so we might go through this pretty quickly, especially since I'm kind of running out of time here. So I actually came into possession of a pretty large collection of animated VHS tapes. I'm not going to show them all because there was a lot of like dollar store tapes in that lot. It was like Bugs Bunny and Woody Woodpecker and Felix the Cat and Popeye, those kinds of tapes. I'm not going to show them in this video. If you'd like to see them, check out my Instagram. I haven't been posting on it lately, but I've been posting like my VHS collection there. Link should be in the description. So if you've not followed me there, do so. I got to get back to posting on there. I missed my Halloween post. I can't believe it. All right. Well, anyway, I'm going to just show off the ones that I think are most interesting. Starting with this one. This was the other one that I got at UltraCon, Bucky O'Hare. I have not seen any Bucky O'Hare VHS tapes before, so that was kind of cool. I do like Bucky O'Hare. I've said it before and I'll say it again. This is a series I feel like should make a comeback, but probably not going to happen. All right, well, you've seen that already. I have X-Men, Night of the Sentinels, the two-part starting, the two-part beginning of the animated series from the original run, not X-Men 97. Yeah, really cool. Always love the artwork of Marvel superhero tapes. Got that nice comic book background to give the synopsis. That was very cool. I have at least one other X-Men tape, but I think it's like a later one. More Animaniacs. There they are. So I guess these were included with the lot. I don't know if maybe I got them with Wacko's Wish. I don't remember. But Animaniacs Stew and The Warner's Escape, which is basically every episode. I do love Animaniacs. A little bit disappointed when they did the revival. The revival wasn't terrible, but it lacked the same like edge that the original had, and it was kind of lame. I got one of my favorite animated films on VHS finally, American Tail. I love this. Again, love the artwork. Love this movie. My favorite Don Bluth movie. One of my favorite animated films. Used to watch this a lot as a kid. So now I finally have it on VHS for the collection. I also have Winnie the Pooh from the Winnie the Pooh show, The New Adventures of Winnie the Pooh. This was part of the big lot of tapes that I got. Yeah, I don't think I've ever watched the show of Winnie the Pooh. I remember watching the movies and being freaked out when he got attacked by bees. It's a true story. So here's something that is a little obscure and might be Cartoon Clip Show review material. Hollywood Hounds Christmas. I know nothing of what this is. It's a Christmas movie. Yep, that's all I know. And they sing songs, I guess. They're hounds and they sing. I got nothing else. I don't know. I don't know. I've never heard of it. It's amazing to me when I find animated film or show I never heard of. So now we have Brave Star. Arguably the best Filmation cartoon. We got a couple of tapes of that, 60 minutes on this one. And this one feels like less than that because it feels very lighter. All right. Well, Brave Star. Again, I like the artwork. I always love looking at the artwork on VHS tapes. They're so good. And this one's sideways for some reason. This has always been a pet peeve of mine when they have the tape, but then the back is sideways. Why'd they do that? Don't do that. All right. Next we have The Jetsons Meets the Flintstones. I remember watching this as a kid and loving it. I used to love the Jetsons, and not as much as I didn't like the Flintstones as much as the Jetsons. I always liked the Jetsons more, but the Flintstones, they're classic, they're beloved, and this was the big crossover movie. Isn't that fun? There was a couple of versions of it too. There was different packaging, but I got that one. Speaking of weird and obscure, Teddy Ruxpin the cartoon series. I have this. I have Volume 6 and Volume 10. Wow. This is another one of those weird tapes. It's got a completely enclosed box. I don't know why they insist on doing that, but yeah. The Teddy Ruxpin show, I remember liking as a kid. And then there was the live-action TV special. Now we're kind of getting to the bottom of the barrel here, but I might as well just show these off all at once. We have Dastardly and Muttley when they went after the pigeon in that one show. The Hillbilly Bears. And the most bizarre of Don Bluth's movies, Rock-a-Doodle. These were all part of a big lot of tapes I acquired. I did not specifically seek these out. But yeah, I have them now, along with a bunch of other stuff. And that is my haul. I finally got to get through this, and I can finally put stuff away. Yeah, so that's been the big haul of tapes I got, and other stuff too. Thank you for watching, and allowing me to talk about all this stuff. What was your favorite thing that I showed of all these hundreds of thousands of things in this video? I'm going to try not to spend so much time wasting time on, neglecting videos like this. Otherwise, they just pile up. But anyway, yeah, thank you for watching. I got more videos coming up. Please leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe if you haven't done so already, and check out my other videos. I got a lot of cleaning and dusting to do, and I need to go get some more water. So I will see you guys later.